Ladies and Germans, how you all doing? This is Connor,
And I'm Mingru. Hello, hello, hello.
and we promised you some action between a itsy bitsy player and Corbeau.
Mhm.
Rang, who are they playing as on this beautiful, beautiful map of Saint Mere Eglaise?
Well, on the left-hand side in blue, we have ourselves Corbeau, playing as 2nd Infantry. And on the right-hand side, we have hairyspider playing as 3rd Fallschirmjaeger.
Now, we've seen a little bit more second infantry in recent weeks, but
Yeah,
not so much, maybe as much as the third Fallschirmjaeger. How does this matchup work?
well, this is really funny because usually it's Corbeau playing 3rd Fallschirmjaeger or 101st. That's usually what we see him play.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much in when you do a Super League match, you can do like division bans, right? And what the first ban I believe that hairyspider told Corbeau not to play was 101st. So Corbeau's playing 2nd Infantry. Is he gonna be able to meme it some way? No bloody idea. But with 3rd Fauci or hairyspider, you know, probably do some fun Fiat stuff. It seems like hairyspider's playing it a bit more
Conservatively.
straight. We've got a lot of stuff heading down south, so some of that may be heading to the town actually, so we have to see in the deployment. So, oh no, this could really go any way. I haven't really seen hairyspider play 3rd Fallschirmjaeger a lot,
Yeah,
and
that's true. He usually
yeah.
plays second Panzer, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's either like 2nd or I think I've seen him play 4th a few times. He's usually more of an armored division guy from what we see. But off we go to the races, and Corbeau's on a lot down south too, so it definitely seems like it's gonna be some southern throwdowns.
Well, you know what? We do enjoy our actions south of the border.
Mm-hmm.
Deep in
There's
the
some
bush,
political jokes, yeah, but I'm
deep in the
not
bush,
fucking
in,
touching
in, in,
that.
in between the legs of that little
Yeah,
intersection right there,
yeah.
right where those little balls are hanging down.
Oh yeah.
Um, Now actually, I'm surprised that stuff there is that there's as much being deployed there. I mean, looking
Yeah.
if even if you take that initial kind of triangle with the several orchards and additional,
Yeah.
it doesn't seem to really get you anything. There's an awful lot of open space before the next tree line.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's weird too because both sides usually, I mean, especially with both like more infantry side of it, and just rush for the town, get the town. The town is hard to the map, but yeah, it's gonna be a cluster in the south. Just how close everyone are gonna be deploying next to each other.
Yeah, but you know what? I think we'll get some really interesting fights. And indeed, wow, down south it's already kicking off. Sharpshooting are being used like crazy, which makes me a happy little
Yeah,
con.
yeah,
And indeed, I think we got our first L6 and whoa, that was fast. Alright, so that was not a Flak 36, I don't think, but somebody's still getting lit up.
mm-hmm.
And rifle spam's getting wrecked.
Yeah. Yo, Corbeau is responding in kind with the machine gun 60mm mortar, yeah, and the Fauchakers are just getting in close, and you know you don't mess with Fauchakers on open field.
Well, especially now when you have a 20 millimeter anti-air gun behind that.
Yeah. The problem is I don't think Harry Spider's gonna make too much progress as the 6mm mortar is just going to town. And the good thing for Corbeau, the rifles are mostly gonna be able to retreat, so they can come back in and fight another day.
Well, you know, us, the way of the Red Man is a truly mysterious thing, and the Indian Head Division is no different. He who
Mm-hmm.
fights and runs away lives to run another day, so...
That is true. That is very true.
But like you said, that machine gun mortar is already blown through half of its ammunition, and he's going to bring in a very, very early duck
Mm-hmm.
to make sure he doesn't quack things up in the bottom. Now, the L6, how's the L6 going to really impact down here?
Uh, get some fire sports on the rifles. I'll probably try to get some surrenders. Use it aggressively at Ray. Same time, there is the range of marauders, which is rather deadly. Doesn't take a look up north, and Corbeau he's nabbing quite a bit of real estate.
Well, while he's doing that, it looks like hairyspider is driving down the values in the southern part of town, though.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, both sides are playing really bloody well. They're pushing all over. This I love seeing that sort of gameplay. Everyone's being aggressive, everyone's trying to make itself happen, and both sides have pretty good A phase. Like, usage.
Now we are gonna see an infantry pack Gerlich coming on in, but Schwarzfeld, I don't know if old Schwarzi here is going to be able to reverse things with just taking out that single M20.
Yeah, you kind of need to. I mean, he's got the Fallschirmjaegers there, which can kill the rifles, but the things with Americans, it just takes bloody forever to like kill those rifle squads, man. Like
Yeah.
just like 12 guys, it's like trying to get through like 2 Big Macs.
Yeah, we do know how to supersize things, don't we?
You really do.
Including our targets. Well,
including the targets.
And the issue with this, of course, is that, you know, Fallschirmjägers, as wonderful as they are, especially at that 2-star, they are not going to be able to fight 2 or 3 to 1. I mean, statistically, the rifles by themselves can take them out, but we're seeing a perfect example is down below. Yes, we have 1 squad of Fallschirmjägers in green cover. We're still taking fire from, what, 3 sources? It's going to be 4 in a second.
Mm-hmm. And the mortar's going to come in and help out. But I think what will happen is Fallschirmjäger's going to eventually run out of ammo, maybe. I mean, up north it is Lincoln Ray. And the problem is the Fallschirmjägers that are against rifles is that they're really good at stunning up the rifles at long range. It's almost instantaneous, to be frank, but you don't kill you don't kill stuff in this game. You just capture it. You get surrenders, and you can't really do a third Fallschirmjäger efficiently because you don't have like lots of the expendable vehicles. I mean, you do have the Fiat L6s, which are good, but you know, it can be a bit risky throwing away such a useful light tank to just try to capture some 20-point infantry.
Well, he did throw one of them away trying to get down towards that mortar already. There is a dual drive tank there, and he is not giving up the middle.
Oh no, that's going to be a real tough customer to deal with. In terms of long range penetration, yeah, I was gonna let that alone. I just realized what I said. I was like, oh god. In terms of long range penetration, there's not really much that hairyspider can really do against the DD. He has to get in close.
Stick his hairy legs in there and do something about it?
Oh no, he can like potentially panzer track it. You know, he's trying to do it up north. You know, the Ranger will show the areas. If you want to stop him, he can also get Puchins, which are really cool. Love seeing those Puchins, but that's like a 500-meter unit in an open field like that. That's not exactly where you want to pooch it, so to speak.
True. Now, we are noticing one Scharfschützen squad is getting shot at by this DD. So, I get shades again. I know I mentioned this on Tuesday, but I'm getting shades again of Saving Private Ryan. One by one, they're getting taken on out, but he has a little bit more sense than Jackson does.
Yeah.
Although we are going to see this Gerlich actually might be able to do something. He's engaging that M20 as it retreats. Are you there for a reason? No, you're not yet. One more shot. 4 more years.
Come on. Bloody hell.
And that's the thing, though. It has 1,000 meters, but I feel like that thing never hits.
Yeah, I mean, is it 5 accuracy or 4 accuracy? It is 5 accuracy, so it's baseline, so... Huh.
There we go. I had to tough talk it, and then it hits.
Yeah. You just gotta give him a bit of motivation.
I didn't realize I had to neg him before he did anything about it.
Yeah, you know, if you miss next time, after he's in front of you.
By the way, that's neg, not nag.
Nag.
In the meantime... Wow! One mortar shot comes in, and there goes the duck.
Whoa! Kaboom! That's a brilliant kill here from hairyspider.
Well,
that's good.
Please.
That's gonna stop the 60mm mortar down south.
Yeah, I think it's official. It's not wabbit season, it's duck season.
It's duck season, jeez.
Elmer Fudd would be proud.
He would be.
And now, looks like that stovepipe for the Americans is just engaging the wrong area, and the German one, not 100% making sense either, but they'll figure it out sooner or later.
I don't think hairyspider has a accurate mark on the 60mm.
The 60mm has an accurate mark on him, though.
Yep.
He's going to try to move it, and you're not going to win the fight against that thing. You might as well just suffer the engagement for now. He's going to be almost out of ammo. Oh, never mind.
It's really
almost out of ammo, but oops.
And it's really crazy with the 60mm, because even though it's only a 60mm mortar, it has 900-meter range, while the German run only has that 1,000. And there's a extra fire rate of the 60mm and the veterancy. It really helps out in artillery shootout.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I do want to see officially. I know it's marked at 13 rounds a minute. I want to see what it's officially marked at for the 81 mil. Was it like 9? I want to say. 1-star veterancy, I think, gives... Yeah, I think something like that.
It's probably
10.
something along
10.
those lines. 10. Yeah, that makes sense.
L6 to the north, another one, and there's actually a 107 mortar up here. So Corbeau playing rather effectively with this indirect fire.
Yep.
Regardless, I was going to say regardless of him doing that, he's losing territory, but he's not. In fact, he owns 54% compared to his opponent's 46.
He just has, you know, the territory, you know, along the edges of the map, which is really giving him that lovely point advantage. And with artillery, it's perfect counter against third Fallschirmjaegers, as, you know, all the ground stuff's really soft targets. Fallschirmjaegers are great in a head-to-head fight, but when soft scouts flying in from above, you know, they don't like it. Fallschirmjaegers don't like it. They're meant to be the ones dropping in from above, not by explosive shells.
Well, it's just like Crete, you know, it's all over again. Cyprus and Crete and freaking Malta, time and time again.
People keep saying that, hey, you should be able to like power drop like airborne troops in this game, like you can in Company of Heroes.
But why would you want to?
Exactly. Imagine power dropping Fallschirmjaegers in Steel Division, but when they drop, they're only armed with P38 pistols, and only one guy's like an MP40.
Yeah, that's the last thing it needs to have these guys come shooting down, spending 60 or 70 points on it, because you would have to do that for the aircraft.
Yeah, and then the aircraft has to the landing zone without getting shot down, and infantry have to land without being shot at. It's a reason, you know, you don't do, you know, power drops in the middle of a battle, or direct battle like this.
Or nearly ever. Keep in mind, guys, that did not happen very often in the war.
Oh no. Oh no.
But one rifle apparently has decided that he no longer cares to live. He's having a nice, beautiful opportunity for these Fallschirmjaegers to shoot him, and they say no. Wow, that was surprising. 60 mil mortar is almost down, but we are to phase B, which means that things might get a little bit better, or they might not.
Yeah.
For the Fallschirmjaeger.
Yeah, it really all depends. I mean, economy-wise, hairyspider's not in a lovely spot. Once it gets to C phase, his economy is pretty good. But so is Corbeau's economy in C phase. I think it's going to come down to whether hairyspider can really exploit his air power.
Well, right now he's not been trying to do that at all.
No, neither side has got an airplane. And even though, like, hairyspider has, you know, it's a great air force for Fred Fallschirmjaeger, Corbeau has a pretty good air force too. He's got bloody Gabby. And Gabby's a one-man air force.
The man of 1,000 lives, indeed.
Now
there is an SPW moving to the north ever so delicately. He keeps freaking, you know, going over and over again, just keeps unlocking and relocking on that target. It would be super embarrassing, though, if we do see the MGMC take him on out. If nothing else, he's going to stress him out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that's going to happen. Yeah, I do want to note up north, the Fallschirmjaegers managed to knock out the 107mm mortar.
Definitely worth the call. L6, in the meantime, he's engaging infantry. But I would say that the Germans have themselves a decisive advantage, at least until that M4A1 gets a teensy bit closer to the front lines.
Yeah, M4 is going to be a pain. Now, at the same time, these rifles are going to be pinned down, so the M4 is not going to exactly have too much cover, or, you know, like, anything to really screen in front of it, which isn't ideal, so to speak.
Well, he's not much of a screener.
Oh no, he's not much of a screener at all. That's what the infantry are for.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just like in Normandy, you know. Don't land the tanks first. Send the infantry up, get shot a bit, and then the tanks would, you know, arrive a few minutes later.
That's what happened in Market Garden.
Oh yeah, yo, it never came.
Did that for several days, in fact. It was like, oh, we don't care about you guys enough. We're just gonna let you go in there by yourselves. I mean, we're on our way.
We don't need to drop supplies on the first day. What are you talking about? We'll get you in no time.
Quick, men, they're out of berets. Legit story, by the way, as it turns out. Ugh. In the meantime, a Kupelwagen moving on in with another infantry Gerlich, I imagine.
Yeah.
And hairyspider, he does have himself an LG-42 to the south, the little pooption that we were talking about. But not quite enough.
Oh, that's an LG.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's definitely getting pretty interesting. I mean, up north, that AT gun thing I looked at it, it's actually a Pack 38, which is a
Ooh.
really weird call for third Fallschirmjaeger, I'd say.
Yeah, well, he's picking it up only for the MGMC, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But I guess it does cause quite a bit of consternation when your lightest vehicles can get taken out by a dedicated anti-air truck.
Yeah, that is. That guy's bloody Alamo in it. He refuses to be taken in alive.
Yeah, but that's the thing about the Alamo, is that everyone who was there died.
Yeah.
Famously, perhaps. But again, if he's able to take out this SPW, that would just be embarrassing enough. That's still a recon unit, and that's not something that hairyspider's got a plethora of, I would argue.
Yeah. I mean, every single armored vehicle that hairyspider has is very valuable for third Fallschirmjägers, you know. Got an airborne division, not a tank division. You need to make those armored vehicles.
Now, if you look at the western side of the town, if you don't see what I see in terms as a perfect bombing opportunity, I don't know what is.
If this was Company of Heroes, I'd just create an entire middle. With, like, the half-track thing that Ober Commandos get or whatever.
The Stukosafus.
Yeah, yes, that thing. That's just a perfect, like, you know, platoon right, yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, if nothing else, and I know, of course, this isn't necessarily Fallschirmjägers, but having that whole, how do you say, cluster bomb Junker would be amazing right now.
Oh, that'd be beautiful. That'd be beautiful. I mean, anything would be beautiful.
Points, was it? 60 points right there.
Oh no, infantry, sorry. Yeah,
oh, of course.
Quite a bit of infantry.
Thunderbolt coming back in, though, which is going to stymie a little bit of this German push. But Sherwood Forest holds strong.
Mm-hmm.
Corbeau, yes, please.
Is still gaining that plus run still.
Which is weird. I feel like, again, he should be a lot further forwards on this northern side.
Yeah, he just has that, you know, 1% or like 52 to 48 at the moment, so hairyspider's getting back up north. He does lose the Fiat, which isn't good for him. And I think this northern side is going to be very tough for hairyspider to try and just to take control of, as it's a bit too open for Fallschirmjaeger taste.
Yeah, despite the fact that they like their time up in the open air, they are not fond of it on the ground.
Oh no, not at all, not at all. He's bringing in another Gerlich into the town, right into the town it seems, which is, or he's bringing it north into the town.
There's ME-109 going after the P-47, but unfortunately he didn't realize what he should be doing is doing a pump and dump, as he just kind of dives on that P-47, be a much better option.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly, he just wants to play a chasing game, and that's not going to work well.
Yeah.
The MGMC moves forward, and these guys are terrifying too.
Oh yeah.
Was one brave Sturm Pioneer moving on in. And he's gonna die. He's gotta die.
No, he's smoking and firing. He knows how to micro. That's perfect micro, yeah. He smoked it so the M16 can't shoot, but he can still shoot all the rifles. That's how you bloody do it with Sturm Pios, right? Yeah.
Well, and it helps with that Pack 38 that got snuck in. He got that's another Gerlich. He snuck on in to take out that anti-aircraft platform, and yet again, we see light vehicles being taken on out one by one by one by one.
Mm-hmm. Not 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. We're not having seen any 222s either, so that's safe for now.
I would say where I am, it's currently raining as we're recording this, but nope, there is no flooding happening here.
That's good.
Indeed. I'm on high ground, you know. I like taking the high ground.
I mean, it is a strategic advantage.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's how Obi-Wan did it. If it's good enough for Obi-Wan, it's good enough for me.
I'll try to do a somersault view and see if that works.
Oh, you notice, by the way, he didn't take the high ground the second time on the Death Star, and that's why he lost.
Oh crap! He was on level ground.
Exactly.
Yeah, he buggered up. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, he kind of wanted to die. In a weird sense.
Whoa! I didn't know he had a xylophone.
Oh.
The music of the night fires, my friends, and a lot of the Germans start to kind of not really appreciate that music.
Oh no, they don't.
They cry out, "It is a Glockenspiel!"
Yeah, just like the French, I don't exactly appreciate the 18 Trove Overture.
Or the sound of bagpipes.
Well, the sound of bagpipes. Not many people appreciate the sound of bagpipes.
The Brits are okay with it as long as they're fighting for them.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, there's so much anti-air being brought on in from the American side, and yet so little of the air power actually being used by the Germans.
Yeah, it is really quite weird. Because you usually see, like, rocket planes and maybe the odd B-1. But yet, we've seen the fighters from hairyspider. You know, I mean, now we're going to get into sea phase, and the only reason you should really start seeing some planes is that's when you have the economy to be, you know, dumping into aircraft. Because there's nothing else to really buy for Fallschirmjaeger. Might see some off-map, but who knows.
Well, the 60mm mortar is back in running again. That guy is, I would argue, already the MVP in the southern side of the map. Without him, that southern flank falls.
Yeah, but he's just been keeping everything at bloody bay.
Though I do have to say, hairyspider's town actions have been fantastic as well. He's been forced to give ground on anything that's not buildings, but that's kind of what we expect.
Yeah, for third Fallschirmjaeger, I mean, the town's usually pretty good for third Fallschirmjaeger past safe phase. It's nice, it's close range enough, but as you can see, he's surrounded by open fields, and he's locked outside by all these like fire support vehicles such as the M4s and M16s and M15s, etc., keeping him from bay from taking any more territory.
Well, I also will say that we have another xylophone coming on in, so I can imagine we'll be seeing some more sweet music being played in a second. You can see another Russian infantry as well as being called on up. 3 squads worth of rifles coming on in.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think he's going to time it so the xylophones are going to shoot, land, and then he can rush in the infantry without having to unload.
Well, he has 2 of them too, so he can just fire 1 round. They might be thinking, oh yes, I can get my infantry out of cover now. But no, the second one's going to come in, I don't know, what, 15-20 seconds later.
Yeah. Strike.
That brilliant bastard. And the Germans are like, we just left the Eastern Front to get away from this shit.
God damn, it's Stalingrad all over again.
But an Abwehr stuns that thing up in its tracks. He takes out the leading squad of infantry and retards the progress here. Even if he buys it, he's bought valuable time to get this Stug up forward, and there is a Stug coming on in.
Yeah. I do find it funny how the Ranger Marauders in the middle of that town completely okay. No one's just noticed him. He's just hanging out in that building.
I think they're just kind of like huddled by a window.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. If anything comes across that windows, Johnson, you just blow it to bits.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that happening.
Yeah.
But it is 54-46. Corbeau continues to slowly get that +1. And with all of that extra artillery in the center, he's going to be just happy as a clam.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't need to push that fast. Yes, the 2nd Infantry does have the occasional armored vehicle, but they're not a fast territory division.
No, they are. I mean, 2nd Infantry, they're a lovely defensive division, and Corbeau, he has good defensive positions all around the map, and he has 3rd Fallschirmjaeger just where he wants it. You know, trapped in that town, they can't really move anywhere outside the town, or they're just going to be shot at by crap tons of fire support. So,
holy God! I didn't realize there's 3 MGMCs on the CGMCs on the field.
That man's just Smith. He's not. He should be dead, but
he should be, and he might still be. That P47. I was going to say P38. Wow, P47. I think. Oh no, he's not going to get it. Just barely out of range. So a new lease on life has been gained. Yowza.
Yeah, and with all that AI, I mean, it's a very good call from Corbeau against 3rd Fallschirmjaeger. It also works as good fire support, so it's a really useful double ram unit. So hairyspider's going to be playing this a bit more conventional ground game rise. He's getting those stugs out, which even though the tanks aren't the strength of third Fallschirmjaeger, considering what Corbeau's doing, that is the best call, I'd say. There's not many AT guns you have to worry about and tanks, because Corbeau's just spent all the money on AA. He doesn't have much to really stop his stug.
No, he does not, but he can stun it up for days.
Mm-hmm. And he can quickly, you know, get an AT gun or some tank out to try to counter it. You know, very, very cheap. I mean, he's already got an M4 Sherman being brought in to try to deal with it. And we've got Stu in the middle here. Maybe he's going to try and snipe? Like the xylophones, maybe? Something?
I think he's concerned about any kind of potential anti-tank being stuck on those buildings. And I know I would be.
Yeah. Yeah,
why the heck is my enemy giving me a clear shot to his artillery? There's got to be something wrong.
Yes, there must be like, you know, a dozen bazookas between me and him. Which is always the case.
Yeah, it totally is.
It's always the
now,
case.
if it was Piats, I'd be totally okay risking it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like, you're just playing like 50, not even 50-50. It's like 20% chance here every time. It was at good odds.
Never tell me the odds.
Alright, Alan.
Well, I would say as of right now, the chance of the Strug and Stu both surviving to the end of this game are 3,720 to 1.
I think it was a good odds. I think it was yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't bet on them personally, but I agree with those odds.
Well, it's better than the odds you get in Vegas.
Yeah. Yeah.
We see both of those fighters being sent packing. Ooh, but another one's vectoring on in. No, I think he's still out of you know, range.
Yeah, but we're all seeing off-map being brought in.
Ooh,
in the middle.
Where?
And it's the big boy.
Ooh. Okay, here's where he's gonna hit the artillery park.
Yeah.
And a second Stug being brought on in as well. So this could form a rather interesting base of fire from the Germans.
If he can knock out those AA pieces of the Stugs, which is what he's doing, I mean, he could potentially move up and, you know, attack and get some ground. The problem for hairyspider, though, is that there's only 14 minutes left in the match, and he has to catch up to over 1,000 points. That's a bit of a tall order for third Fallschirmjaeger.
Wait. Here comes the next artillery barrage. Next rocket attack. Watch it hit the off-map.
Oh, no.
No, wow. The only thing he kills is one Schusterton.
Wow, that's very lucky. I mean, if Corbeau, you know, spread it out and got the off-map, that really would have put a hamper in hairyspider's assault.
And now he has revealed his artillery as well. In fact, I don't think Corbeau technically sees it, does he? No, he doesn't even see it. He could have been a beautiful surprise.
Mm-hmm.
But it turns out to be rather a beautiful lie instead.
Yeah. I have a feeling that Corbeau doesn't have any AT guns on his deck. And I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't have any AT guns on his deck. Because I haven't seen any. Yeah, it's just Corbeau. I mean, if it's not like on reels and, you know, can attack, doesn't want it.
Yeah, you know, he's not really hooked on phonics or hooked on reality. He just kind of plays his own thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, and I appreciate that about Corbeau. He's a very interesting player to watch. I mean, he's playing second infantry, you know, pretty bizarrely in a sense, just by getting all these AA pieces and using them as more frontal fire support, which is good against third Fallschirmjaeger. It's a pretty legit strat. As the Messerschmitt just gets raped, yeah.
You get Schmidt on. Again, I don't understand. I don't like these positions for hairyspider's artillery barrages, though. I'm really not a fond of them.
Yeah.
Ugh. But you had a feeling. Are you hooked on that feeling?
I'm pretty hooked on that feeling. I'm pretty hooked right now.
All right. Stug, in the meantime, is going to start to engage that Sherman. I would find kind of almost laughably ironic if he takes out the Sherman before... Oh, never mind. I thought the artillery would not be able to stun it up before he killed it, which would mark a second time that's happened.
And these Stugs are pretty effective against, you know, these sorts of Shermans. As the Sherman can barely penetrate those Stug 3Gs, but Xylophone's really going to slow him up, and even though he has the Stugs, he doesn't really have anything else that's mobile to help push for the Stugs. He doesn't have, you know, half-track infantry or lots of, like, vehicles to help engage. He has to wait for the Fallschirmjaeger to move up first, clear the tree line, and move up the Stoke, and try to get a kill here and there. It's going to be pretty slow progress for hairyspider. Here he is, just a +1 now. He needs a +2 to win.
Yes, he does. And there's more pain train antics going on here. So despite the fact that the third Fallschirmjaeger should be having way more planes in the air than the rinky-dink little 2nd Infantry, it is the 2nd Infantry that calls in squadron upon squadron.
The rows are pretty much reversing.
Yeah.
Like, 2nd Infantry should be run by, like, tanks and, more tanks and AT guns. But hairyspider is run by, like, the tanks and AT guns and whatnot this match.
And unfortunately for him, it does not look like that off-map is really going to really achieve so much with his 3 barrages.
No. It's definitely rather odd calling. I kind of understand why I did the larger barrages, because, they do move, for example. You're not going to hit anything. But still, it doesn't really achieve much of those off-map barrages.
No, he does not, does he?
No, he does not.
Probably the best call he's made in several minutes here would have been that Stug.
Yeah, those Stugs have been kicking a lot of ass. They've been helping out a lot. But it's rather slow progress for a hairyspider. I mean, those xylophones are so nasty threat. Absolutely nasty. And the Sherman in the middle. Almost going down to the Stug here.
Yep. Internal fragments galore. Ooh, does the SPW? SPW does not see the rocket artillery. And instead it's just the Stug that once again will get freaked out by this pretty quickly. Yet.
No, that was pretty bad hits from the xylophone.
But again, when you have that much in the way of munitions, you don't really need to be accurate. He doesn't notice, though, that his one xylophone is out of range of being resupplied.
Oh, it's just barely out of range. I mean, that's going to definitely slow him down when it comes to the next artillery barrage.
By the way, to the north, Stug 3 has knocked out the M4A1, but his driver is knocked out as well, and that DD could kill him pretty quickly here. For some reason, you get the range of Marauders. I'm a little confused by this target acquisition. But it's a +2, so we could see a draw here. This is actually stunning to me. I did not expect this at all.
Same. I was no way thinking hairyspider could potentially get a +2. He's been pushing very slow, but he's managing to take back territory, and he's just slowly chipping away at Corbeau's force, which is mainly just anti-aircraft pieces and some Shermans, and the Stugs are doing fantastically. Yeah, I mean, down south, hairyspider is gaining all the ground.
I have no idea what killed the mortar, but it must have been impressive.
Yeah. Damn! Down south, he knocks out the AA piece, the Duck is going to be running for his bloody life, and that's going to get a +3. What the hell's going on?
And the xylophone goes down as well. One xylophone's dead.
Everything just died.
The Germans just say, you know what, I don't like no stinking music, and he kills both xylophones.
Oh, this is the breakthrough hairyspider needed.
This makes no sense.
He's killing everything. There's only 3 Shermans on the field anymore. I think in Corbeau is pretty low on infantry, maybe? Maybe because I haven't seen really much more infantry from him, which is usually what you do is just 2nd Infantry. But damn, this is nuts, and this is a very solid +3 point advantage. That's a very... There goes a Sherman in the middle. What the hell?
I'm not believing my eyes, my ears, or anything else in between.
Yeah. I mean, 3rd Fallschirmjaeger is doing essentially a tank push and winning.
Yeah, they use 0 real air pieces here.
Yeah.
This one Stug is almost completely Winchester on AP ammo, which I find to be rather hysterical.
That's not supposed to happen. The Stugs are meant to die.
Easy there. I agree with you, but easy.
They're not meant to survive this long. They usually get just killed by something. I really don't think Corbeau has a single. Like, he's finally getting a Wolverine out, which probably would have helped earlier with dealing with the Stoogs, but like, where's the AT guns? Because the AT guns would be perfect.
I think this one Stug is finally going to go down,
Yeah.
but still 67 to 33%. Kind of hard to fall back when your tracks and wheels are damaged.
Mm-hmm. That's gonna slow down the push a bit, yo. Now it's in the southern side. This is really good area for hairyspider to attack. You know, those orchards and whatnot is perfect for his troops.
And indeed, even if he loses this Strug, even if the Strug dies today, and he does, there's a Panzerabwehr that is right there and waiting.
Oh yeah.
To pick up where his brethren has left off.
Yeah. But damn, this is nuts. I hope you guys watching this are just as surprised as we are, because this really seemed like it's just going to be a, you know, Corbeau victory, but I mean, there's still like 5 minutes left. You know, Corbeau may be able to bring it back to a draw, but I don't see it happening.
No one expected the meme machine to be actually doing anything about it.
No.
And now there's so much anti-air on the ground over here for the Germans, too, that so much of this allied air power, even if some of this ME-109 goes down, which it may yet, a lot of this air power needs to get repaired now, and that's no small thing.
Mm-hmm. And with 5 minutes left, they're not going to have much of an impact on the match anymore.
No, they are not. Amusingly enough, we are going to have a Flak 41 in the north shelling a two-man rifle squad, which is a bit like, you know, using a cannon to kill a mosquito.
Yeah. You can also use cannons to kill mosquitoes as well, don't you know?
That's true, but Confucius was never really a man to really say that was a good idea.
But the British, well,
Yes?
Yeah, well, I'm talking about... Okay, I was talking about, like, the British mosquito.
Oh, yeah, and I went Confucius.
Oh, okay.
I was going far.
I was confused by the Confucius thing. But
I had Chinese food recently, what can I say?
Okay, fair enough.
Engine destroyed on one DD tank.
Oh.
And I cannot help but imagine that this other Sherman is going to go down rather soon as well. No. Flak 41 not firing at anything where I thought he would. Oh no, he's going after the flying lightning. Will lightning strike the ground twice? No, it won't, but the other Sherman will die. And now we see that he did in fact have a couple AT guns, but he waited until, you know, 4 minutes to go before bringing in a 17-pounder. The lack of sense is just stunning.
He really could have used those AT guns earlier, because that could have just stopped the Stoogs. Because those two Stoogs just completely raped Corbeau's forces, and the Shermans were not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really screwed over Corbeau that match, and with only 3 minutes left to go, hairyspider's in a blistering lead now.
Which is shocking too. He was down by almost over 1,000 points.
Yep, and he's managed to get a +3 in a very short amount of time with third Fallschirmjaeger. There's no half-track rush or like armor push and boat. It's just been a very steady, you know, foot race for some angry German paratroopers.
Now it is amusing to me that we are going to see just ME-109s galore now.
Yeah.
Like, where were you guys like a billion years ago? But no, that will be a Corbeau surrender, so the meme machine falls apart at the end of it all.
What the hell? And hairyspider, you know, that can create a good amount of kills. I'd say the history, like, towards, like, the turning point, yeah. Damn, look at, like, 30 minutes and forward.
30 minutes? Yeah. I was just about to say the same thing.
That's an actual page of just blue kills.
And not cheap ones either. It's not just, like, rifles going down. No, sir.
I know.
It's a very high-value material.
That's pretty much, like, everything that Corbeau had in the front line. Just collapsed. Completely collapsed. That's over 1,000 points at least.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's absolutely nuts. That's nuts. And like 34 to 36.
And you want to know who got all those kills too? The Stug 3G. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. 3 squads of infantry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 vehicles.
Mr. Stosa?
Yep, Stosa is the man of der Mannschaft here.
Wow.
Yeah, he killed pretty much everything in that group. Yeah, that's insane.
That is nuts. That Stug. I mean, I was gonna say like that 60mm mortar deserved MVP of the match, but that Stug just.
No, I mean the 60mm mortar, I still deserves it, but I don't think he deserves it for getting the kills. He deserves it for surviving as long as he did.
Yeah, and helping out the Southern Push, but that Stosa run the match. Exactly. He won the match by himself essentially. He deserves, a few medals.
Yeah, maybe an Iron Cross or two.
Iron Cross, Knight's Cross, some other
Oak Leaves, or something like that.
Yeah, diamonds we can throw it in as well.
Yeah,
but,
well,
yeah. But that was a fantastic match. Both sides played wonderfully in their in their own like play styles of how they play the game, and I love seeing that being played. hairyspider doing his more traditional tank pushes and like trying to flank around, and Corbeau doing Corbeau things, playing unorthodoxly.
Yeah, but unorthodox was almost enough.
It almost worked. He just needs an AT gun here and there, and he probably could have, halted the Stoogs.
Unfortunately for him, he did not in this particular case.
No.
Regardless, though, rather well done by both guys.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
Indeed. Rang, any final pearls of wisdom to lay on us?
None at all.
Alright, folks, with that in mind, please do tune back in next week. We don't know what we're going to show you, but I'm sure it's going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
For right now, though, I'm Con Ulrich.
I'm Rangaroo. Take it easy.